To battle, packmates! And welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command. Orion Pirates Plus One. I'm Captain Tarek of the Light Cruiser Pouncer as we continue our campaign against the Hydran Star Kingdom. And last time, well, we're really starting to hit our stride with the Pouncer here. It's a pretty decent ship. It's got 4 disruptors, 2 ESGs, and a host of phasers, which really make it feel pretty powerful, plus the shields to handle that. So we've been doing pretty decently. We do have 2,604 prestige, which is doing really nice. We're actually in range to purchase a new heavy cruiser, should the heavy cruiser that we want come up. Someone did point out that there is an STT here. A saber-tooth tiger mauler currently available. It basically swaps out the disruptors and a couple of phasers and some of the shielding in order to cram a mauler on in there, or maybe to cram a ship around the mauler. Not super important. It can deal about batteries 32, so times 2 at close range. It'll deal 64 damage with that main weapon, plus the ESG as backup. Unfortunately, that's not quite good enough for me, and the reason why I'm going to say that is because we're fighting Hydrans. The last time we played as Lyrans, we were fighting the Marak. They were a very concentrated force of firepower, so I think we're going to stay in our current ship just a little bit longer. Maybe if we can get a DCC Plus, we're really kind of looking in that direction because it'll give us similar shields and also increase some of our firepower. But I'm not quite feeling jumping over into a mauler just yet, or at least not a mauler that's that small. So we're going to set out into space, start causing some more havoc out here in the middle of nowhere, and see if we can't crush a little bit more on the enemy. So mission picking up as of right now is MET-10 Patrol. Beast Raiders apparently are currently target. So let's red alert and increase speed as much as we can with this ESG. And there's a freighter. A single Federation freighter twin hull tanker. Today we're being escorted by the Fist of Power, as well as the Death Wing. So 2 pirate vessels who apparently we have bribed to come actually join us on this mission. I assume there's going to be another ship, maybe even 2 that are going to be out there that we will run into just as soon as we actually get within sensor range. So we'll increase the speed of time. If it is just honestly a single freighter, yeah, I didn't think it was. Ooh, we've got fusion cannon monster. Interesting. So we're actually going to zip around here, hit the freighter first. Just going to do a drive-by with energy weapons. We're going to save the ESG because the ESG takes forever to do anything with. And we'll go up. Yeah, you're going to go all the way up to 6, aren't you? Yep. Always do it. It's annoying, but you do it. So we're going to come over here, knock him out hopefully with phaser firepower, unless the pirates are going to beat us to it, which they might. He does have 2 missile launchers, which is pretty laughable, to be honest. It's not going to add anything that he needs. 2, 3, just get the whole energy complement. And disruptors too. Not quite able to do it. We weren't able to get the full angle there. There we go. Cutting through his shields. I do want to save the ESG, and I want to save the ESG purely because it takes forever to charge the thing, and we've got time before the fusion cannon monster shows up. Oh, that's a fighter. There he is. Way off over there. Distance of 40. Yeah, we're good. Although I'm quite surprised at how fast the ship is going. I suppose I shouldn't be. This isn't quite your average freighter merchantman. He's actually more of a Q ship, or maybe a pirate raider. Let those come in, no problem. We'll kick on the tractor beams just in case they get past the point defense screens. They did not kick off the tractor beams because they cost power, even when they're just held in normal. A little bit more power. Wow, you are just really hanging on in there, aren't you? Another disruptor. Another disruptor. He's just lasting, even though there's more holes in his ship than actual hull at this point. Gatling phasers. Nice. I would like a pair of Gatling phasers, please. They're very, very nice weapons. There we go. He's destroyed. Onto the fusion cannon monster. Really? These fighters probably should have been fighting the Bread Beast, which is the name of the fusion cannon monster, apparently. Mainly because these monsters are incredibly vulnerable to fighters. The only monster that will really handle fighters is kind of the Sun Glider, and that's the phaser monster, because it's got shields and a lot of additional phasers. But even then, it's not tremendous at it. You're coming right in for me. You'll open fire with everything, and unfortunately, this is going to be set to a long range. Ow. Forward shields did drop. He used his weapons at a reasonable range, which meant he actually managed to deal a decent amount of damage. We got fighters zipping down in here. Apparently, though, he's not affecting his speed all that much. One thing we found out way back during our Beastmaster campaign was that monsters, the more damage they take, the slower they go. Not because they don't have power, but just because it considers a certain amount of engine damage and says you're not allowed to move at top speed anymore. But it looks like he is still zipping along 28.7. That's pretty significant. Although, I'm pretty sure we knocked out all of his fusion cannons. Can I get a disruptor going in? Yep. And then we'll follow up with some phaser firepower. From a range of 5, purely because I'm a little bit worried about taking the hit to the front. Yeah, he broke his fusion cannons. He used them in suicide overload. And because of that, he's just not going to be able to do anything. He'll zip around. He'll be fast and nimble, but he's just gonna die because he can't leave the map. Yeah, he doesn't know how to do that. And, yeah, despite his speed, he has no defenses anymore. And that's the monster taken out. So we've managed to destroy whoever was leading the monster and the monster itself, thus pacifying and securing this area of space, making it safe for everybody. Something to that effect. Let's see how much prestige that was worth. I don't imagine it's going to be all that much, although sometimes it gives monsters huge numbers. 214 is not terrible. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. As we secure more of the neutral zone, pushing out in here. Convoy raid? Yeah, convoy raid over asteroid assaults. Do not like asteroid assaults. They're just too dangerous. Well, no, they're not dangerous at all. They take too long. An asteroid will not have any sort of shields on it, so with our disruptors we will eventually destroy him, but it just will take us a really long time because we can't get close to him to use our heavy weapons like our ESGs because he has phaser force. It hurts a lot. So this is the convoy that we're currently scanning on. We are seeing a freighter, a freighter, a freighter, a freighter, and just freighters at this point. They're not heading in my direction, which is unfortunate, which means we're in a bit of a long chase position. We're not in the super long chase, but pretty decent long chase here. So once the phaser capacitor and disruptors are fully charged, we should be able to kick the speed up a little bit more. Yep, there's our power, which we'll now be able to sap. That's as fast as we can go until that ESG is ready. And we do need that ESG. Oh, here's our enemy. It's a light cruiser. Does that mean you're going to be a destroyer? You're an LNH-1. Well, LN is Legionnaire, and it was 4 fusion cannons. So I wonder what the H1 is. Send a probe to find out what we're dealing with, and the ESG is fully charged, so now we can really kick the speed going. Let's get the forward shield to a certain level of reinforcement that we can handle, and give me a little bit of ECM, or ECCM. You are, wow, 5 fusion cannons, and 2 Gatlings. I also assume you have a pretty significant fighter complement. So here's the plan. We're going to basically ram him and try and break him in one pass. And when we do that, we're going to send over Marines. And the Marines are going to try and take out this and this. His 2 Gatling phasers. If we knock the Gatling phasers out, we're actually going to be in a really nice position. How's he doing on electronic countermeasures? I need to know. He's sitting at 3 and climbing. He's probably going to try and chase us all the way up. He does have fighters. How many of them? 4 fighters. Can we kill him in one pass? No. No, we can't. But I don't see much of a solution, though. The fighters are going to maul us, and that's going to be a decent number of phaser 3s that are just going to hit us right on top. Alright, here it comes. He fired his fusion cannons from outside their effective range. So let's try and bump him. All power on. You're not going to get away from this, friend. So ran him right over, and didn't send over Marines. So we've lost 1 shield. Turn, turn, turn. Mine. Oh, those fighters are just brutal. So did our transporters go off? No, they didn't. What reset them? Probably hitting red alert. Gosh darn it. Because I hit the red alert key in order to select all weapons by force of habit, but it looks like that probably just screwed me. Because he was then able to follow up with a Gatling phaser pass, which then allowed his fighters to come in for even more damage. That was exactly what I was trying to avoid. Where are those killers? So we're going to drop another mine as we pass this one, just to sort of ward them off a bit more. And if I can get good shots in through his stern, then I can really get some good work going on here. Let's keep the engine repair going. He really hurt us badly. Send over the Marines. Oh, we kicked that on. That wasn't intentional. Seriously, Marines, why are you not going? Kill these now. How did you not pass into range of my ESG? Well, now we're in a bad spot. I think it's time we left. Unless I can capture you. How many Marines you got on board? 9. Yeah, that ain't happening. Hurting ourselves a little bit there with that one. Seriously, it keeps deselecting the Gatling phasers. I want to blow up the Gatling phasers. That's all I really care about, to be honest. Hit and run target destroyed. Now destroy the other one. He is trying desperately to turn around. We didn't nail both of them. Drop a mine on him. Get some power on out of here. We ignored the fighters because we thought we might have a chance of knocking him out, but that did not go the way we had planned. If we kill him, then the fighters die automatically, and that's one of the things we're kind of gunning on. If we capture him, the fighters do not die, by the way. So it is important that you must destroy the ship. Still firing his fusion cannons from outside an effective range. That's fine. Looks like we got another people on overboard. And phasers to nail into him. Come on, just a little bit more. not destroying those Gatling phases like we need to. We've lost the ESC entirely, and we, of course, smashed into our own mine, which is always fun. Let's keep the engine repair going. We're running low on spare parts. I'm not going to fix that disruptor. Dump another mine. Let's get these guys off us a little bit. If they run through that, then great. Wow, they went right through it. Another one shortly, if possible. Yeah, because they're going to follow me all the way home, aren't they? Are you heading home? It's not really clear, but in a position that they're in right now, it's going to hurt when they finally actually decide they're going to shoot me. All of our phasers are ready until they fired into me and knocked out another one. We've got to kill him. I need Marines, and I also need this and this every single time. It's just deselecting that, and I don't understand why. Okay, we got both of them now. Unfortunately, we've taken so much damage, I don't know if we're going to be able to pull this one out. Patch the engines. We're down to 16 power. You may have done your job. He did call his fighters home, though. So that's interesting. We also took out most of his systems. So, Marines, capture 5. No, not good enough. We don't have enough systems. I need to get... yeah, I was expecting that one. Let's pull away from him a little bit. I also need more power back. I have a very thin shield, which I just hurt myself with. More phasers. More phasers. Come on. Okay, got him. We got him, but we're going to fail the mission. Well played, sir. The amount of damage that you did to me was just too much. Because we're at 8 power of 30. Let's see if we can't cause some damage. If we kill like 2 of them, that might do it for us. Should have gone after the fighters. We had a policy earlier on to always go after fighters because fighters were just too dangerous to leave alive. But we kind of tried to put that by the wayside so that we could do a little bit more destroying of the ship. Because if you can destroy the ship, then that's pretty much an automatic win, because the fighters die automatically. But if you can't kill them in one overpass, then the fighters are going to really munch you. Also, the fact that it kept deselecting the Gatling phasers, I don't know why that was happening, and I'm really kind of annoyed about it, actually. So we're slowly trundling on over. On the bright side, we don't have to charge a phaser capacitor, ESG capacitor, so we have more power free for whatever. The problem is it's only 12 points of energy here at the moment. Can I actually get up to a speed where I could possibly catch them? Oh, we're charging a disruptor. Are we also charging the... No, that's probably the only phasers we have left. Alright, that's all the power we got. Let's check out. What are we dealing with? I've got 2 points of energy into weapons. Oh, they're not in range. Okay. Let's give more power. Oh, the ECM system was eating up all the power. Set that, please, to 0. I need energy for other things, mainly travel and killing. Mostly killing. And as soon as we get disruptor range, we'll start opening fire. I believe they're disruptor 20s. We'll find out shortly. We only have 1 disruptor. No, it's a disruptor 3, so disruptor... that should be in range then. Oh, the light isn't illuminated because we have so much damage. The other disruptors in the group aren't on, and so of course it's not going to illuminate the light. See if we can't get in here. Just not going all that fast. Give me more power. This is as fast as we go. Ugh. Also, he possibly could kill us. Can I get in front of you? Not without a lot of work here. Keep the disruptor. Oh, no, that worked too. Keep the disruptor fire going. Now you're dropping in speed. You do have a phaser 3. All weapons fire. As soon as you can. Yeah, we might be able to kill him. Slow down a bit. Just gotta wait for the weapons to charge. More phaser firepower. He's not dead, but he doesn't have any defenses at this point. How close did he make it to the edge? Oh, you came close. I will have to give that to you. Okay, that's 1. Increase speed. Full power. Full power. Get on up there. Shields are down. Slow down, slow down. Way down. So most of the convoy got away, but hopefully 2 will be enough for command. Slow down. Come on, a little bit more. Marines. I don't have enough transporters to do this. Hopefully that'll be enough. Hopefully command will say, oh, you killed 2 of them. And that's sufficient for us. I hope. Probably not, though, to be honest. 150 prestige is, of course, our reward. And we desperately need to go home. So here, and then here. Hi, welcome back. Yeah, we've been shot to absolute crap, but we're alive. A BCPP, so that's a battle cruiser with a power upgrade. And that would have reduced shields to what we have, although it would have significantly more in terms of expanding sphere generators. And 14 more points of power from what we've got, which pretty awesome, but not looking for that one just yet. Again, we're looking for a DCC, but I just don't see them. They never seem to come up. Also, how much is this ship worth? 410, because of all the damage. So if I were to buy the cheapest thing out there, I would get about 200, right? Not even that. I'd get like 100, a single 100. What's a CCH? You're a Cheeto, right? No, Java Tiger Heavy Command Cruiser. 30, 38, 24. Only 2 ESGs, 4 disruptors. This is us, isn't it? I think so. So I'm not interested in that. No, we may just have to keep on chugging along until something better comes. Well, I guess that means repair that. 200 prestige worth. Jeez. Whole bunch of spare parts. The money we just made on the last mission, we now have to spend on repair parts and the like. We'll do with that. 152 mission. MET-6 patrol. So let's rock and roll on this one. And see what it is that will come up. We're being escorted today by the Torch. The Torch is, of course, equipped with 2 disruptors and 3 phaser 1s. It's a very common, like, ship design for the Orion Pirates. They've got a 3-pack, and then they add on 2 heavy weapons on the other side. Am I still at maximum speed? No, I'm not. We are fighting against a light cruiser and a light cruiser. Crap. What are you? You're an LNHE, which is an escort version of what we just fought, and an LNHV, which is the carrier version of what we just fought. Oh, God. And a third ship, a GNV, which is a carrier. That ain't fair, game. Okay, so we have a serious problem. Serious, terrible problem that we have to somehow overcome. Because that's a lot of carriers. It's going to be a lot of fighters. And if we can't deal with those fighters quickly and efficiently, we're gonna die. Maximum speed time. We need to get in close before and see how things shake out. Also, I need to see what fighters are going to drop. Well, we know what kind of fighters, but I need to know how many. Alright, what do you got? You've got 4. You're not in range to deploy your fighters, although you look like a full-on carrier. This is going to be ugly. Well, at least you're firing your fusion cannons from too far a range. Although that does, of course, mean that you have fusion cannons. I'm going to assume you have 4 of them, because the last LNH that we fought had 4 of them. Alright, and you dropped... Oh, God. You dropped... Was that 11? No, that's 10. Oh, goodness. Yeah, let's burn through. ESG, set it to 2. Kick it on. All their weapons select. Open fire. Reduce their numbers. Got him. Alright, so we knocked out 1 fighter group. We gotta get out of here. We're done. We are not playing this game. Because 10 more fighters, plus the 6 fighters from over here. Yeah, we're out of here. Give me full power to engines and we're gone. Dump a mine? Oh, that was a hard cut. I didn't realize you could turn that hard. Get off me, get off me, get off me. They're through the shield, but... How are you keeping up with me? All stern shields are gone. So, that's not good. Patch, we have lost 3 points of power. Yeah, just shields is all we want. We gotta run. We gotta run fast and we gotta run hard. Like, as you can see, that was just a few of the fighters. If they get every single one of them onto us, we're completely dead. So, yeah, that ain't happening. Also, we're gonna kick on ECM to maximum as we continue to prepare the ship, pulling away from the enemy steadily. And pull this way. Drop a mine. Screw you. And we should be able to get out of here. Ugh, fighters are terrifying. They just deal so much damage to us. And we don't have a whole heck of a lot of options at this point. We don't get an we don't get an AMD or a plasma or a D-type plasma torpedo. We have to rely on our ESG. The expanding sphere generator is a great weapon for either being offensive or defensive like that, but it can only do one at a time, really. If we spend it to destroy fighters, we're not spending it to destroy enemy ships. And if we spend it to destroy enemy ships, then we're vulnerable to fighters. Really, it's just a bad setup to have to worry about. Now, having 4 ESGs might actually help, because we can set up an outer and inner ring of defense, which is what we normally do, so that may be incentive to get a larger ship. But we're not going to make any cash on this mission, which is unfortunate. So we'll zip on off of here, jump into warp to get on out of here. I'm kind of surprised that the Pouncer managed to survive all of these missions. Like, I was pretty sure that we were dead as of the last one. Alrighty then. So managed to desperately get away, although... where is... Yeah, there you are. Maximum beat time. Let's see what he does. Let's see how he's going to handle things. He is outnumbered, he is outgunned, and he has fighters on him, and the only thing he's got is 3 phasers and 2 disruptors. It's one of the worst designs. Aside from maybe a twin missile A boat, that would be even worse, yeah. So keep firing, keep firing. Come on, end him. The AI... There they go. Did he kill himself? That might have happened. Alrighty, so we did manage to escape, even though our friend did not, but then again, who cares? Because he's evil. Well, he's a pirate. Kind of the same thing. And we'll have to limp on back home. I was hoping to pick up a couple of quick cash, but if there's that many Lyran ships rushing through, we're going to have a hard time with this. Hi, shipyard. Remember how I said I wasn't going to buy the STT? I think I want to buy the STT, but it's not there anymore. JGP? No. No. Well, that's going to do it for today's episode. We are in an interesting position where the enemy is numerous and deadly. Even though we've pushed through the neutral zone, that's only caused the enemy to redouble their efforts in attempting to defend against us. Anyway, I've been Tirak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. Before I receive a notification every time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.